In this video, I'm going to address how we make the hygiene bag when we are not using a placemat. The placemat makes it easy because it's already cut and the edges are pretty much prepared for us, and we just need to add the zipper, sew the seams, and we're done. But you don't have to start with a placemat. So we cut rectangles. Really just look it up online, any size placemat. They vary. We do like it to be 18 by 22 or 19 by 22, somewhere in there. And the height is going to be the 18 or 19 inch and 22 inch this direction. Too much bigger than that is just going to be excess and not really helpful. All right, so what we're going to do now, first of all, you can see I've got my hoop marks. I put it on my embroidery machine and embroidered a little heart, or no, not a heart, a cross applique. There's so many different ideas on how you could add a little bling to one of these when it's just plain fabric. Obviously, you could do string quilting, which really adds a lot of really fun detail, kind of eye candy to it all by itself. You can incorporate lace in your string quilting. That's always fun. You could do chenille ideas on here. Use our comfort strips. Use a die cutter and punch out fabrics and shapes and just free stitch them on there and leave a raggedy edge. That'd be very cute. So anyway, use your creativity and do that. Now, we're going to have a liner because, obviously a placemat comes with a liner. So before you sew the outer fabric to the liner, you're going to need to press your fabric. And that is because once it's attached, we're not really going to have a good opportunity to press again. So, let's get any of those creases. Our fabric's been stored, some of it for decades, actually. And some of it, for at least a year. So let's get those wrinkles out. Preferably you have had someone wash it ahead of time because, again, we don't want to wash the bag before we give it away. We would like it to be clean before we get started. So you're going to lay it right sides together. And then, because the bottom is going to be the bottom seam of the bag, we do not need to enclose that seam. So what we're going to do is start on one side, go all the way up, pivot, 90-degree angle, come across the top, pivot here, and come down. Then you're going to trim your corners, turn it right side out, and once it's right side out, you effectively now have the placemat. So at that point, you can refer to the rest of our video series on how to add the zipper, how to, fold it like this so that bottom's shut, how to make the box corners, how to add the handle up at the top. That part we've already covered, but I just wanted you to see that you do not have to start with a placemat. Although I'm going to say it's fun when we get the placemats because they work up really quick. However, as you can see, this doesn't really take a whole lot of time other than adding some kind of detail because, really we just don't want to send it out plain, like this would be plain yellow unless I were to make this on the outside and the quilted on the inside. But anyway, that's it. It's pretty simple.